We are live. It looks like we are back at it again this morning. Let's see if people are here. All right, I'm seeing some names. Good morning, everyone. Dr. Greg here, back with our 6th live YouTube on Braces Explained. Let me see some of you guys' love in the comment section so I know that you guys are here and are with me. Hello to Camille from Cali 829, 830 I guess now. Welcome. Kenya 630. Hi, Gina. Let's see if you guys are on here. Put on the banner and the logo. Forgot about that. Hello, hi everybody. Hope you guys have been doing awesome. What did you guys think of this video? Did you guys watch this video about impacted canines? Let me know what you guys thought. I wrote some questions, the frequently asked questions on there, as well as some questions that I had from friends and family, things like that like chimed in and said that, did you answer this? Did you answer that? So wrote all of that down. Hello, Jennifer from Utah, Texas. Very nice. Hello, everybody. Let me know what you guys thought. Did you guys see the video? Thumbs up, thumbs down. Let me know what you thought. Still trying to come up with this week's idea. So if you guys have any ideas for videos, kind of toying around with some. So let me know in the comments section of today's video. And I learned from last week's live that I can actually have moderators now. So if there's any spammers, I'm going to appoint some moderators on here and mute them, because no spamming allowed on here, because I want to make sure everyone's questions and concerns, comments are all seen, and I don't want it to get washed out in any way. Okay, Justin, thanks for binging all the videos. That's awesome. Little quick story. I had a patient come in yesterday, and it was like the coolest thing ever. He was like, so I started this office. It picked up patients that were there, so it wasn't like I started every patient there. And he's like, oh, I forgot to tell you, before you had started in this office, I watched all your videos, and I was like, man, I wish he was my orthodontist, which was like, when you guys say that, it like makes me like so like happy, and it's like the sweetest thing ever. Anyways, he said, he's like, I watched all your videos, I hope you're my orthodontist, and then you came and you became my orthodontist. Coolest thing ever. I was like, I have to share this on my live tomorrow, because that's like the nicest thing ever. And we're going to get to the FAQs. I just want to let people roll in here. I'm just doing a little bit of story time. And another thing I want to talk about today was, I didn't have a chance to talk about this last week. I don't know why I didn't talk about this, but it was, like 2 weeks ago or a week and a half ago, I guess, was my birthday. And you guys were like, what did I do? So my office on that Friday before my birthday threw me like the sweetest like birthday surprise. If you guys follow me on Instagram, I talked about it on there. It's like they decorated the whole place with balloons. They got lunch with me. They got lunch for me. It was like my favorite fish taco place. It's like my fad of 2020. I'm like obsessed with fish tacos. I don't know why, but they're freaking amazing. Someone on here from San Diego, I know you're on there. They have like the best fish tacos. Anyways, we did that, and then my best friend Alex, he bought me a flight to Vegas to see my girlfriend. So I went up to Vegas on Friday night, spent Saturday with her. She decorated the whole place up. I showed it on Instagram. We got sushi, just kind of hung out. And I was back down for work. And then Sammy, my other good friend, he's actually a fellow YouTuber. I put his channel in the description of today's video. But he got me this, he got me the Philips Hue light. So if you guys don't know what that is, that's these lights back here, which are, so cool. And I can adjust the lights. So, check this out. So, this yellow one, I can make it, green or red. So if you guys want to get one of these, I put it in the description, too. It's, necessary for every YouTuber to get, because this thing's freaking awesome. So check it out, check his channel out, all in the description of today's video. Okay, now that we've gotten some people in here, let's answer some braces FAQs from this last video. I feel like 4 minutes is enough time. If you're after 4 minutes late, you gotta watch it on replay, yo. And all this will be on replay, so if you want to, you can catch it later. All right. Let me see these questions. So I answered one of the questions I got quite a bit. All right. No, thank you so much, Miri, but please, no spamming, guys. It's a sweet comment, so I can't say no spamming, but please don't, because then I can't see everyone else's comments. And I'm trying to read that as I do the live. Okay, one question I got last week, which I thought was pretty interesting, it was actually from a dentist. So this dentist asked, how does a gold chain apply the necessary force to bring the canine into the arch? And the chain doesn't apply any force. So the chain is basically, you can't put a brace on the impacted canine, because the impact, there's no way the wire would be able to get in there. So the gold chain is basically like a fishing string. So you're basically, the chain is attached to the canine, and we use the chain to apply force to it to like fish it into the arch, right? So there is no direct force applied by the gold chain. The gold chain is basically just like a tether, and we can hold on to that and use it to fish the tooth into the arch, but no force is applied by the gold chain. Okay. Sarah, congrats. I just saw that. You got your braces off today. How amazing is that? Go on the braces club. Show us your before and afters if you're comfortable with it. Show us your before and after so we can all kind of say ooh and ah and see how beautiful that is. Okay? Faisal, if you have a sweet tooth, you could eat things that are soft sweets, okay? So things like cookies, soft cookies, brownies, those are, if you have a sweet tooth, those are good. Hershey's bars without the nuts, really good. Yeah, everyone say congrats to Sarah. That's awesome. And Anna, if you have puffy gums, check out that video. I have a video about puffy gums with braces, so check that out. If I remember, I'll put it in the description of today's video. All right, guys? Okay, let's hop into a second one here. So I'm trying something new with this one. So basically, I'm doing an overlay, and I'm going to put an overlay and see if this works on the streaming software I'm using. So if this doesn't work, total failure, but let's try it out. So someone asked, what are the buttons for with braces? Okay, so let me do this and see if this is a complete failure. Okay, so I put this in, let me know if you guys are seeing it. But basically, you guys are asking of what these buttons are. And let me find my mouse. So these things right here, those are called buttons. And they're like handlebars on teeth. And there's a button up here, another one over here. So basically, when these canines come in, there's no guarantee that they're going to come in straight. They might come in rotated. Most of the times, they actually come in rotated because the angulation of them, when the surgeon goes and puts the gold chain on, they can't put it in the perfect spot because the ideal spot is like really close to the lateral incisor. So when they come in rotated. So basically, this tooth, if you can imagine this line, this is the part that should be towards the front of the mouth, and this is the part that should be towards the back, okay? So what these buttons do is they basically serve as a handlebar so that I can pull on it. Let me see the stream if you guys can actually see this. I can see it. All right, dope. So basically what it does is we could pull on it. So if we put a button right here, and another one right here, we have a power chain running to pull that side back, and then we have another one that's kind of pulling on this one. This looks like crazy like football plans, but this is kind of what you get what I mean. So like from another view, so if we zoom in here, let's see if this works. Sweet. So you can see this button right here is being pulled back over here with the power chain, and this button over here is being pulled backwards. So we're basically trying to like rotate that tooth by pulling it from two different angles to get it lined up and put it in the right spot here. Okay, does that kind of make sense? And then over here, what you can see is you can see now that we were able to get a bracket on it, right? That button I just left it there in case I needed it as like for reserve. But now that this tooth is, and the mouse is really small. See how now this tooth's like this. So you can imagine it's gonna work its way out and it'll be lined. But that's kind of what the buttons are for. Let me see. That was awesome, huh? That was. All right, let me see what people said because I didn't get to see what anyone said. All right, awesome. So you guys got to see it. That was cool. Alex asked what those blue things were for. Let me show you guys what he was referring to. They're not there right now. Hold on. So the blue things right here, you guys know what they are, right? If you guys know what they are, let me know in the descriptions of or whatever in the comments of the video. But he's referring to these blue guys. There's one right there. They're not my most attractive looking blank. Let's see if you guys can name what these things are. Come on, guys, let's hear it. What are those things called? Insert Jeopardy song. If you guys know what those blue bumps were, let me know in the description. There you go. Hannah's the first one to it. Bite turbos. Jennifer, there's Jennifer. Bite blocks, yes. All right, so the reason these were used in his case is because, man, so many windows. His bite was pretty deep in the beginning, and it was making it so that these canines wouldn't be able to come out. So to fix two things at once, basically he had a deep bite. Let's see if I have another. Nope. He had a deep bite, so we made it so that we could prop his bite open, make it so the canine wouldn't get like jammed in there as we brought it back. But yeah, these little guys, back here, right over there, you can see is the bite turbo. I didn't think I'd be using this for any video or anything like that, but I did. And they're not the cleanest looking ones, but they did the job, right? Okay. So that's gone. Let's get back to the questions here. Bite turbos. Yes, you guys all nailed it. And if you guys want to know more about bite turbos, I have a whole video about it. It's an older video. A lot of my older videos, it's kind of embarrassing. Like, I'm going back and I'm watching. I'm like, God, the quality on these were like terrible. Even like a couple of weeks ago, they were terrible. I got this new setup with the light and the camera and all that. But I mean, my energy was like, I don't know how, those are like the best videos. Everyone loves those videos, and those are the videos that I felt were the most like boring and bland. But I guess they had good content, so content is king, right? Okay. Let's now go and answer another question. This question is about is the braces exposure done before or after your braces are put on? And I think that's actually a really good question. And I didn't answer it in the video, but it's done after. So like we did in that case that I showed in that last video, you open up space to make it so that we can bring these canines in. But if we were just to do the exposure, it wouldn't actually do anything because we would have nothing to use to pull on to bring these teeth into the arch, right? So the braces are done first, and then you get the surgery done and put the chain on so you can fish it into the arch. So braces first, exposure, and then finish it up with braces, okay? Okay, cool. Let me answer one more question, and then I'm going to do a Q&A. I'll read through you guys' comments, and we'll kind of do how we usually do this thing, okay? So the last one was, why do I have a TAD with this exposure? And if you guys remember, what a TAD is it's a temporary anchorage device. It's like a little mini screw that's placed into the bone somewhere in the mouth. And it's used as an anchor to fish teeth or move teeth around without any consequence. Because whenever you move any two teeth, if you put a force between these two teeth, they're going to move together, right? Because it's equal and opposite force. But when you have a TAD, it's like an anchor. So let's say this is the TAD and this is the tooth. If you were to put a force between these two, only this would move. This wouldn't move at all. It would only move this way. So with that being said, why is a TAD used in this case? And I generally don't use it in this case, but sometimes it will be done. So like, let's say that that canine is right next to the root of the lateral, right? So let's use our model here. So let's say we have this tooth and it's like right up. Hold on, let me get the angulation right. This is hard to do without looking at it. So like, let's say it's right over there, right? And you don't want to damage. I almost dropped this thing. And you don't want to damage the lateral incisor. Sometimes the TAD will be used in the back to do a straight pull backwards before we bring the tooth into the arch. So backing the tooth up before we bring it out into the arch. The way I generally do that, like I said, TADs can sometimes be used. I'll generally use something like called a TPA or transpalatal arch, and we've used this. We have a video. This is actually a screenshot from an old video, so this isn't a perfect example of how I use it. But what I'll sometimes do is I'll use this TPA, and I'll build. Let's say this canine is impacted, right, and it's like right up. Oh God, this drawing is gonna be terrible. Yeah, I'm not even gonna try it. But let's say this canine is over right really close to this lateral incisor, right? What I'll do is I'll build the TPA and I'll put a little like hook on it like that. So that when this tooth gets exposed, if it's really close and I want to pull it backwards some, I'll put in like a power chain to this guy, right? And that'll make it so that this tooth can kind of be more, oh geez, that didn't work as planned. So that this tooth could get pulled back to about here before we could bring it out into the right spot. So TADs can be used, TPAs can be used, a bunch of things can be used, but I love TPAs. I use them for a bunch of different things because then I'll put, let's say, like a hook over here, and then I'll build like a hook off of here. That way I could pull it from different angles, and it'll work out really well. I'm loving this Photoshop overlay thing. I think it's really cool and helps explain things a lot better than I could just do by trying to explain it, you know? All right. Whoa, there's a lot of questions here. Let's see if we can go through it, all right? All right, guys. Let's see here. Give me a sec while I read through some of your guys' questions. What if the canine impaction is mild? How would you fix it? I can't answer questions like that because mild is really, really like... Things that look mild sometimes really aren't. So like sometimes they'll say like, oh, one tooth is crooked down here. Is that mild? And someone on an orthodontic forum I'm on said it really well. It's like trying to have all these dominoes stacked up, but one is off. If you try to move it, you might open up a lot of other issues. So there's really rare cases where things are that simple. You know what I mean? Michaela O'Brien's is getting braces in 13 days. I'm recommending colors right now. I'm going with orange and red. If you guys have other comments, other colors that you guys are recommending, help out. Let us know here. Aaron Luna saying, can you lose a tooth with braces? It really depends on the circumstance. Generally, if your tooth is that unstable, you don't want to lose a tooth with braces. But there are chances, there are definitely things that can result in tooth being lost with braces. If there's a lot of different scenarios, so it's impossible to say here, okay? All right, guys, drop the colors real quick over here for O'Brien. Help them out. All right, let's scroll up here a little bit and see what people are saying. Can an overbite be corrected with extracted molar space? I believe that you're saying an overjet. Overbite is how vertical it is. Overjet and over like spaces that are created. Let's say you're missing one molar. I talked about this in a video. If you have one molar that's missing, right, and you close the space, it depends. If it's on the lower arch, your overbite or properly overjet will get worse, because if you think about it, if you're just taking out one, you take out one tooth over here and you close all the space, your overbite will get worse. But if you take out, you got it depends on your case. So I hate answering case by case questions because I feel as though I can't do it accurately and I'm doing more of a disservice. So when you guys ask like, in my case this or in my case that, I can't answer that because I don't know your case. So ask your orthodontist. If you don't have an orthodontist, go for a consultation. They can answer it better than I can because they'll have your x-rays, they'll have your mouth, and they can answer these things for you, okay? All right. Someone, Brianna, asked, do you get braces on your first visit? It depends. Depends on the orthodontist. It depends on your case. If you have a cavity clearance, that is why it's so important. If you're going to go get a ortho consultation, make sure you've seen a general dentist recently, because if your orthodontist is willing and capable of doing a same-day start, is what we call it, you need a cavity clearance, because if you have cavities, we're not going to start your case. So check and see if you've had your cavities taken care of, and then you can go from there, okay? Okay, cool. We're doing awesome over here, guys. Let me check on how everything is doing here. All right. Layers. Kyra. Lakers. Nice, Kyra. Yes, Lakers colors. Representing LA. Okay. Loving these recommendations. Lakers colors by Jennifer. Kyra's rocking the Lakers colors. All right, right on. People are already going in Halloween colors, or Halloween past. Is anyone going into Christmas colors yet? I mean, it's kind of far, but I know some people. The office I was in yesterday started playing Christmas music already. I was like, really? Like, I don't know. I'm curious what you guys think. My rule of thumb is Christmas music doesn't start until Thanksgiving. That's just my belief. I don't know if I'm right. Let me know what you guys think. Is it too soon to get started with Christmas music? I think it's too soon. I mean, because I love Christmas. I binge this stuff. So when it goes on, I start listening to it like all the time until Christmas comes. And I feel like I'm going to go crazy if I listen to it for like a month and a half. I feel like a month is good. Or 2 months, I guess, right? Yeah, of course, guy. I have had like several patients with that name. It's pretty awesome. Sierra agrees, exactly. I hate. Whoa, what? Olingo hates Christmas music. No way. Who hates Christmas music, dude? Christmas music is like the best. In California, we don't really get a winter, but I mean, it rained the other day, and it's like Christmas, right? All right. Never too soon for Christmas music. Do extraction cause a sunken face? Okay, I'm gonna answer this briefly because I have to do a video on this. Look, an orthodontist won't do things generally to. I've never been an orthodontist that wants to create harm. Okay, so if they're gonna do something to change your facial appearance, it's gonna be for the better. Okay, a lot of people. I feel as though like I have to do a video on this or like a PSA. Guys, please trust your orthodontist, and if you don't, talk to them about it. We have your best interest in heart, okay? Because it's like, everyone's on here like, I don't know if I trust my orthodontist. I don't know if I trust this. Dude, trust your orthodontist. Like, we're not here to we all took an oath to do no harm. We're not here to make your case bad. We want to help you, and we want to know what you guys are concerned about, okay? So I always like see these posts like, did they do this right? Did they do that right? Ask them. They're the ones that know your case better than everybody else online. And it drives me crazy. Like, I'm sitting here, I'm like, I don't want to like rage, but like, come on guys. If you have concerns, talk to your orthodontist, please. The extractions will generally be used to make your face look better, okay? And if you have if your extractions are for crowding, like severe crowding, what's it called? If we do extractions for crowding, generally your face doesn't change, because let's say like your teeth are like so blocked out that we have to extract teeth to fit them all, then the lips are going to be supported the same way. So I'll do a whole video about it, but you know what? Please trust your orthodontist. I feel like it's like unfortunate. Oh boy, that created a lot of conversation. All right. All right. Message retracted. I didn't even know you could retract a message. Love from Luxembourg. Hello, Leonda. Oh, I already saw you, Leon. I already said hi. Said hi to you already. All right. I'm seeing some familiar faces on here every week. I recognize this LH with the sup. What's up? All right. I've had 2 brackets that are not attached. My orthodontist said it can wait until my next appointment in 4 weeks. I'm having my upper arch expanded. Is this normal? Yeah, you know what? Sometimes when a bracket pops off, we'll wait to put it on at the next appointment, because let's say it's a tooth that's pretty much in line. It's okay if it like gets picked up later. I have patients where brackets pop off on like the second molars when I put them on, and it's like I'll wait till later on into this appointment called the pan reposition or panoramic X-ray and reposition. I'll put it on there. So it really depends. Oh, Michaela, that makes so much sense. Thank you, Michaela, for clarifying that. Thank you. But yeah, okay, cool. So it looks like I'm answering a lot of people's questions pretty quickly here. Deep bite, Lucy. I did a whole video on deep bites, I believe. I did a whole video on deep bites. Yeah, I did. I remember I did. So check it out. I have one. I can't answer it as well in the live as I did in that video, because I dedicated the entire video to answering it. So check it out. I think it was like a month or 2 ago. It was ever since I started doing one a week. So check out kind of recently. I answered that question on here, okay? So Lucy, please check out that video on how to fix a deep bite. Check it out, okay? Whoa. Golden mouth, all caps, 40 years old. No, we can't tell from just the x-ray if it's fused. If it's very, very obvious, we can tell, but if it's just a little bit, like I said in the last video, there is a chance that it's only 5% of the tooth that's fused to the bone, and if it is, then in that case, it's hard to tell. So I don't, if they can tell, then it's definitely fused. If they can't tell, it's 50-50. There's a chance it could still be fused. So check it out have them check that out. No way to give you a definitive answer, okay? Can you explain the crossbow plants? I could look into that and explain it in a separate video for you, Emma. What are you guys thinking of these light colors? Should I do this for the video, the actual video this Saturday? Or should I switch the colors up? I'm digging this like Bruin color though. It's like the blue is with the waves, the yellows with the sand, and UCLA. And I'm wearing my UCLA scrubs today. So, okay, you guys. I just realized what time it is. I'm gonna have to start wrapping this up. But our canines essential. I can count on one hand when I've extracted canines. I like canines if possible. I think they're a very good tooth. They're a cornerstone of the mouth. I have a mentor that would extract canines pretty frequently, and it worked out well in his cases. I generally don't like to extract canines if I don't have to. They have a long root, and I think they're the strongest tooth in the mouth. But it's very case dependent here. Toothpaste. I will do a video on toothpaste soon. I've been doing a lot of research on the best toothpaste here. I've been studying them, trying them out. So hang tight on that. I don't want to answer that yet. But okay, guys, I think I have to sign off here. This video didn't have as many questions as usual. So guys, check out my videos. Ask questions on Saturdays and through Wednesdays so that I know what you guys are curious about from that video. I'll write them down. The ones that are popular, the ones that are really, really good questions. We'll do it on next week's live, okay? So stay tuned. New video this Saturday. Still not sure what it's about, but stay tuned. It will be out on Saturday at 8 a.m. Pacific time. And we'll be back for another live on here in 1 week on Wednesday at 8:30 Pacific time. So wherever you are in the world, subtract 25 minutes, and that's when we go live next week. Okay? So I will catch you guys next week, and we will answer more of you guys' questions. Much love. Appreciate you all so much. Love you guys all so much, and I will see you guys soon. But for now, Dr. Greg is out.